Bonsai Dream.
Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. On this episode we are in France and I'm going to show you my personal collection that I show here at the Bonsai San show, and also some highlights from the demo I did. We are here in the workshop getting everything ready for the upcoming Saulieu show in France, and we are refining the last trees and putting the moss and getting everything ready for the exhibition. Tomorrow we're gonna load the truck and then on Friday we're gonna drive in Saulieu and set up all my part of the exhibition. I will be showing more or less 10-12 trees of my collection, and then doing also demos Saturday and Sunday with my students. This is a Spanish Scotsman from my collection, a very interesting tree in an Eric Krysovensky pot that I got especially for this tree to accentuate the movement of the tree and highlights everything that is the characteristic of the trunk with the shari line. Originally that part was alive, but I carved it out and then I had my friend Will Budley to finish the detail carving. The tree is very nice and mature with a very fine and small needle. It's in a good stage of development, and I think is one of the best tree I bring here at the Saulieu exhibition. This is a privet collected in England many years ago. I got the material from my friend Graham Potter. Was just a raw material. We did some carving on the dead wood, and originally this tree belonged to one of my students, and then 3 years ago I got the tree in my collection and I keep developing the ramification. It's now very mature and it's a beautiful tree with a combination with the pot from granite ceramic and the nice bird from another great artist. Here I am with one of my oldest Mugo pine. It's a very particular tree. I love this twist and how the tree is compact, either in the trunk and also in the foliage. It really reminds me the mugo pine I see every time I go in the Dolomites in my mountain very close to my place. I have this tree so many years, it's nice and mature. The foliage is very compact with buds all over the place and is really highlighting this dramatic part of the deadwood with the live line running around the trunk. Je m'appelle Mauro, je suis de l'Italie et toujours je vais travailler ce pain sylvestre des Alpes français avec un bon mouvement très tortueuse. Okay, I'm gonna go in English now.
C'est pas mal,
Welcome to Saulieu 2019. I'm very happy to share the stage with my friend Bjorn and my friend Jan. It will be a great demo today. I'm going to work on this Scots pine from the French Alps, a tree with a lot of character, very nice and twisty, and also very elegant. There are many branches from the upper part going down, so what I'm planning to do, I will try to frame all the curves and the twist of the tree using those branches and creating nice pads to have an elegant tree with a lot of dynamism. My student Antonio from Zurigo potted the tree standing, and now the tree is ready for the first style. The tree is strong, buds are very healthy, lot of foliage, and what we try to do today is to give a nice design to this can I say literati style, so elegant tree, even if it's big and tall, but it will be kind of a literati style. I'm gonna work together with my students Daniel, Giulio and Walter. Daniel and Giulio, they are from Brazil, and Walter is from Le Alte, Vicenza. It's the center of the world, what do you think?
Donc, Daniel et Giulio du Brésil, c'est les élèves à Mauro et
Walter.
Et Walter, from where?
Le Alte.
Le Alte?
Italy.
Ah, et l'autre il est italien.
Ok, you say
Deux
yes.
du Brésil et un de l'Italie.
Very good.
Voilà.
C'est bien, merci beaucoup.
Merci.
It was coming out from a branch that was quite straight and thick. I wanted to create more negative space in this part. That will be the part where I'm gonna probably put the first pad of the tree. I want to have a tree moving to the right, but then coming back to the left with the visual weight of the foliage. Now Daniel is gonna just create a little gin. It's interesting to see that this pine has already some nice natural gin from the mountain. So we want to add a couple of ones in the upper part that we're gonna work. And then the next step after doing the deadwood and cleaning the foliage will be putting the first wire on the structure, always thinking about the direction we're gonna bend the branches down, and then start fine wiring everything to create the pads.
Ok, I'll make it shorter, a little bit shorter. Ok, l'idée c'est en fait ils ont coupé toute la partie de l'apex qui était trop raide pour l'arbre. Son idée c'est de prendre un arbre qui va être dirigé vers la droite avec des branches de contrebalance qui reviendront vers la gauche. Exploiter les jeans naturels qui sont déjà existants sur l'arbre. What's his name? Hein?
Daniel.
Daniel va recréer en fait un nouveau jean sur la partie de la branche de l'apex qui était trop raide, qui a été supprimée. Voilà, l'idée c'est ça, un arbre qui part vers la droite, qui contrebalance vers la gauche dans le sens du tronc, avec la tête qui sera plus basse et le jean qui sera fait à la place de l'ancienne apex.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to have an applause for my assistants, Walter, Daniel, and Saulieu. Thank you so much.
Petit applaudissement pour
This is the final product for today. Highlighting the movement of the trunk with the movement of the pads. I try to hide some part of the trunk, not to show everything, but just to have this snaky trunk going in and out from the pads and from the green. And then, as I said, I push back the horizontal line on the top and then come back in the front with the branches to rebuild the apex. I kept a couple of more branches and twists that in the future they can be a little bit reclean and substitute with other. But for now, I will just keep as much as possible. As you said, as you see, I only cut one branch here to just keep all the nice branches. We can see that we have already some nice depth, and then the first branch especially is creating a nice movement inside, framing this curve of the trunk and then coming out and creating the first pad. So I'm pretty happy about the work and then looking forward to see the evolution of this tree.
Donc l'idée générale, c'était vraiment de mettre en valeur les courbes, mettre en valeur les caractéristiques, on va dire, naturelles de l'arbre, garder des parties qui vont être obstruées au niveau de la vision, donc qui ne vont pas être forcément vues quand les plateaux vont grossir. Les parties les plus intéressantes vues, les parties droites de l'arbre ont été ramenées en arrière pour qu'il n'y ait pas en fait ce problème de ligne droite. Et la tête ramenée à l'avant pour recouvrir tout ça. Maintenant, il faut que la densité se mette en place. Maintenant, c'est un travail sur plusieurs années, comme toujours, pour continuer à mettre en place. Il n'y a pas eu beaucoup de branches de coupées, uniquement celle-là. Tout le reste reste comme l'arbre était. Maintenant, c'est de la culture et un travail de continuité. Donc, vous pouvez encore applaudir Mauro et
Here in Saulieu I had the privilege to judge the show together with my friends Bjorn and Jan, and this is one of the three we select as one of the 4 best trees in the show. It's a beautiful PUNICA from Japan. You can see the really nice twisted trunk and the very fine ramification. It's a very mature tree in a beautiful Japanese pot. The exposition is also very good with a nice table and an excellent plant, and it is for sure one of the best. As a conifer, one of the trees that really caught our attention was this beautiful Scots pine. The trunk is very nice and twisted with some interesting shary details. It's very mature with nice small needles and very earthy buds. The combination between the Gita, the pot and the elegance of the tree is fantastic, and definitely is my favorite tree in the show. Here I am with another one of the winners. It's a beautiful Itoigawa juniper, originally made by the master Kimura in Japan, over this beautiful rock. It's incredible that the rock is not naturally carved by the master, and the tree is not a Yamadori, but is done, probably growing over many years, and live line selection. It's a beautiful composition between the rock and the tree, and it really emphasizes the kind of a naturalistic image of how this juniper grow in the wild.
Okay, I'm Bob van RUITENBEEK. I'm very happy to win the trophy, one of the 4 best in show with my SHOHIN display. I will do a little explanation about the display. The top tree is a white pine Zusho. It came from Japan. It's in an antique Chinese pot from around 1800. Then I used the trident maple, which is in an old Japanese pot. The rose has been on Kokufu a couple of years ago. It's also in an old Chinese pot. Then there is the Chojubai, which is in a Japanese pot, and the color I like very much, which brings it a bit up in color. Then on the Hanadashi tree, the side, is the Eliagnus. It is in flower now, you cannot see, but it gives more balance to the display, because the Goyomatsu is quite a strong tree, so I needed a good balance on the side. It's also in an old Chinese pot made from Tetsugakan around 1850. And then there is the accompany plant that gives the season, and it has little flowers, but they're just starting to come out. So I think the balance in the display is good, and you can see the season. So I'm very happy with that. So thank you very much.
Opening of the ceremonies. First, thank you all of you to be there. I would like to call our guest of honor this year, Mauro Stemberger.
So I also have something for you. Thank you for the invitation. I don't remember if you have it. I hope you not. I don't think I do. Thank you very much. Second day of demo here in France. Today I'm gonna work this Scots pine from Sweden. Interesting tree with some nice curve and shary in the upper part of the trunk. A little bit boring the first section, but I'm pretty confident that using some of these long branches and moving them forward to create some interest in this negative space, I can get a little bit of dynamism on the tree and get something, a final result, very elegant. We just finished almost wiring everything, and I already set a couple of the basic structure.
Pour l'instant, ils ont mis en place les structures basiques, le commencement en fait de l'emplacement des branches. Ils ont fini de ligaturer, ils terminent les petites branches et tout est prêt pour la mise en forme.
So push down against this gin, the bad branch. So I start getting foliage in this section.
Donc il a ramené les branches arrière, les deux branches principales arrière avec le haut-banc pour ramener les branches et le feuillage vers l'arbre.
I bend back against the tree this section that originally was down.
Il a commencé à... Il n'a pas commencé, il a fait. Il a ramené en fait la torsion d'ici pour pouvoir la prendre ici, pour pouvoir la ramener à l'arrière et sur le côté de l'arbre.
I left already that part up, that will be my apex.
Il a gardé la partie haute de cette branche qui va être la future tête.
So you can already see basically first branch in 2 or 3 layers. This branch here will be in this position, coming from the back, probably. Then I have this that is covering this section of the trunk that together with the first part, even now that we are kind of open everything, is not so bad as I had in mind originally. We have kind of a hole here, another here, that the tree is bending a little bit. The gene came quite nice to really highlight this twist. And then we have also this movement that before was hidden by the branches, like this branch, and now is out.
Okay, my turn. Cette branche-là, ce sera la première branche de l'arbre, donc elle sera travaillée sur 2-3 niveaux différents. Le reste des branches, celle-ci, elle va être prise vers l'extérieur pour ramener et venir faire un volume par là. La face de l'arbre, elle est moins embêtante que ce qu'il avait prévu au départ, parce qu'on a du caractère quand même qui est ressorti avec le nouveau jean, on a des endroits qui sont creusés, on a de l'écorce qui est intéressante, ça met bien en valeur le mouvement du tronc, ça met bien en valeur cette partie-là.
And now I start setting the pads from the first branch. As soon as the guy finishes in the back, I go there. While I do this, they can finish wiring this branch, and then with the apex, I will build all the foliage up to the top.
Donc il va commencer à mettre en forme tous les plateaux de ces branches-là. Quand ils auront fini de ligaturer toutes les branches secondaires, tertiaires, il mettra en place le reste de l'arbre et ensuite il finira par la tête pour le dessin général. Yes, yeah.
Thank you guys for the patience, and the work is done. I'm pretty happy about the result. I was a little bit debating myself on some of the final choices, but at the end I think I was able to build a nice elegant tree and highlight the trunk and the twister and create a crown that we was lucky to have a lot of foliage, so we have already a lot of division through the pads. Stop, translate.
Super, merci pour la patience. Voilà, il était un petit peu hésitant sur comment allait se passer un petit peu la mise en place, mais il est content du résultat. Il y avait beaucoup de feuillage sur l'arbre, donc il a bien réussi à dispatcher un petit peu l'ensemble pour que ce soit cohérent et que ce soit esthétiquement joli pour l'instant.
Yeah, the work was hard because we had to wire a lot, but the final result paid back all the time, having a tree already with very nice and defined lines. There is still a little bit work on getting foliage stronger, because this variety has a little bit thinner foliage, so sometimes it's difficult to make pads very nice and clean because foliage tend to open up.
Voilà, c'était un petit peu de travail parce qu'il y avait beaucoup de ligaturage à faire, il y avait beaucoup de positionnement de branches, beaucoup de fil à mettre. Le feuillage est un petit peu mou sur ce genre d'espèce, donc enfin sur celui-ci en tout cas. Donc il y aura encore à reprendre des branches, il y aura encore à redonner un petit peu de travail pour que tout ça se mette en place et au fur et à mesure du temps ça va se compacter, ça va se densifier, ça va se mettre en place au fur et à mesure.
Thank you so much.
Merci à tous.
Bonsai Dream.